All right, everyone. Thank you for your patience. As we are here, Nexus Gaming Series, we are going into map number 1 between Roll1Esports and Uncomfortably Numb. Towers of Doom was the selection. Taking a look once again at those map bans, we saw bans on Outerec, BOE, Braxis, and Sky Temple. So now, Uncomfortably Numb got the first map pick, so Roll1Esports gets the first draft pick. We'll see what they ban out here. Should note both these teams haven't actually played a match yet, so Roll1Esports at 3 points due to a forfeit with their match with, I believe it was Who Knows Gaming, but it may have been Unemployed Gaming. I think it might have been Unemployed Gaming in hindsight. I know it was Who Knows Gaming. Due to a forfeit. They stuck around, they waited a long time, but unfortunately this map wasn't able to get off the ground. But gonna ban out that Maiev. They don't really want to deal with that, and frankly, I don't blame them. Not really the most pleasant thing to deal with, as I accidentally turned off. There we go. Sound fixed. Sorry about that. So sound is fixed. Ana ban, Maiev ban, Joanna ban. Joanna ban's kind of the first one where I'm like, but a noob's up. Rexar ban. Possibly something they scouted. Rexar can be very, very strong and hands comfortable to wield it. But Arwani Poe coming in, he is subbing for Big Beard, who is wasn't able to make it, apparently. He might be in Game 2 if he shows up. I don't know, we'll find out. But Kelthos is going to be the first pick as we take a look here. Now, obviously, I'm actually, up until now, I've been doing Season 6 stats. We are going to just quickly take a gander at those Season 7 stats and just kind of take a look at, we have no hero data available for Kelthos. What? Huh? Question mark? Well, okay then. That is... Sorry, I appear to be having some... This confuses me. Yeah, I think there's an issue with my... That's the norm. But meanwhile, we're just burning through this draft. Junkrat, Malfurion. 2 really strong picks. Junkrat, great poke on the map. Malfurion, really good on the map. And then you have Raynor and a Nubarak. Now, no team... are Tyrande banned, so Roll1 doesn't have a healer yet. What are they going to ban? They're going to ban out the ETC. ETC definitely stepping up into the meta, becoming really just more and more prevalent here. Oh, that's why, because I have B West selected. Let's see what we can do to correct this here. Here we go. There we go, Kelthos. Very high popularity so far, 55%. 60% win rate, but a relatively high ban rate. But there's the front line, and a beefy front line it is. Famous going to be playing Diablo. The Spectre going to be grabbing Blaze. And we see a Stukov there. So Stukov definitely been a lot more popular this season. He's really kind of seemingly started to climb. The auto nerfs might have helped, but it's a good combo, I think, with an Uberak. So excited to see what happens there. As Wanna gonna be on the Stukov. We're gonna see Zad on Chen. So I haven't really gotten a chance to see much of the reworked Chen in action. You know, I'm very interested to see how it does in this match. As so far in Nexus Gaming Series, we can take a look at some of those Chen stats and see that right now Chen sitting at a 7% pick rate, but a 60% win rate, and he has actually seen a ban. So. Kind of interesting, really. Actually seeing a couple bans. I'm kind of excited to see where this match goes. I don't really know entirely what to expect here with the Chen. The Tracer with the Malfurion, always just a tasty combo. Tracer gets a lot of value from those Moonfire heals. Lets her dive pretty much just as deep as she wants. She can't really be stopped from being healed. And then, of course, you have the Cleanse at 7, the Pseudo Cleanse of Malfurion. It's more of a removal than anything else. But Tracer against Stukov. Stukov could go Spine Launcher and really punish that. So it's you know, it's Going to be an exciting game. Tracer can be quite annoying on this map. Very good at kind of taking advantage of a 1v1 if you're fighting over an objective, or you try to sneak it. Tracer can come in and gank. So we'll see what happens. I'm just putting the finishing touches here on getting set up for game number 1. And here we go, into the match. It's going to be Roll1Esports versus Uncomfortably Numb. Match 1 coming in, and here we go. On the left side, it's going to be Rock Your World on Anubarak. We're going to see Wanaba on Stukov. Zad going to be on Chen. Poe going to be on Kel'Thas, and Velvet going to be on ATC. They are Roll1Esports critically failing to success. And on the right side, Uncomfortably Numb. They're going to try to build the wall, famous on Diablo. Mr. Monkey Man going to be on Tracer. Pilot of the Earthbound Furion, the Spectre, Blaze, and Kicknaz on Junkrat. Building the Wall, obviously a reference to the Pink Floyd album, not to any type of political sloganeering. But two teams that have a lot of people who've been at NGS for a while. I believe both teams took last season off, but excited to see both back as we look level 1 talents here. Keg build, basic attacks and through soaked enemies, blah blah blah. Trying to just get some additional healing there. And that's all of Chen's talents, level 1. It's just different ways to get healing, so that might be a build, we'll see. But we are seeing Beetle build out of Anubarak, trying to get some beetles out to soak up some of those grenades. I like the decision. Other than that, pretty standard across the board. Malfurion, though, going Rejuvenation rather than the sometimes more common auto attack. But Velvet needs to be careful, possibly sticking out a bit too much. Trying to go for Tracer. Tracer, though, just going to be able to blink out. Question is, will R1E Velvet get away? And if Pilot of the Earth had gone Celestial Attunement, I think Velvet dies there. That said, it does really make it so Malf never has to heal himself. So that is actually not a bad talent. By any means, I did not mean to suggest that. It's a good talent.
Red team draws first blood.
T-Tors. Wah, 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 wah. Wow. Alright, well. Meanwhile, it looks like Blue will actually lose more minions here. Lose more minion soak. Maybe. We'll see. But Diablo comes in, helps secure the steal, actually, on that bottom wave. Velvet going to go down here to Tracer Bomb. Now Rock Your World needs to be careful. Rock Your World can take a lot of damage. There's the charge in and the flip. A famous taking a lot of damage from those towers. Has to back up. Rock Your World going to be able to walk away from this one, unlike Raynor. So, first untraded kill. And I kind of just want to watch top now, because I believe there is some silliness afoot. Here we go. Red gonna take their shrine, so Uncomfortably Numb gonna get not shrine, excuse me, camp. Uncomfortably Numb gonna get double camps here in the bottom. They already got a tower. They could convert this into a very early wall and start to control that bot lane. Meanwhile, possibly looking for an invade onto Kicknaz here. No, it looks like they're just doing the 4-man rotates. Raynor getting caught out here once again by Tracer. Oh, there's the root. That could prove very bad. Nope, heal comes in from Stukov. Stukov, by the way, going that fetid touch build. Will be interesting to see. Does that suggest target excision or long pitch at level 7? To me, it does. So far, Diablo really being aggressive, going for these stuns and getting quite a bit of value off of them. Now, Diablo did go Soul Shield, so he's not getting the healing off that, but it makes sense into the Kel'Thas. Meanwhile, Rock Your World very low. Monk going in for the kill. Monkey Man does manage to get the kill onto Rock Your World. Trade up in the top as both people rotate down, but with an Uberak down, I think Roll1Esports needs to walk away from this. Oh, and Velvet getting separated, but a fantastic concussion mine there by Kicknaz, and that is going to take Raynor down. And 2-0, so already 4 kills on the side of Uncomfortably Numb. Only 1 kill for Roll1Esports, and it was admittedly awkward trade up top that I didn't get to see, but already a level lead here for Uncomfortably Numb. Just doing a better job kind of getting that soak at the moment, getting those camps, getting those kills, turning it into value. Up 36-32 in the shrine, so we'll keep an eye on that score. That score always important, but remember, comebacks happen on this map. This map enables comebacks better than any other map. Just simply go back when HGC was a thing. The Dignitas versus Gen G matchup on this map, and the way that Dignitas came back, and that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Really just like the best esports moment this game's ever had. And this game's had some actually really good esports moments. Chen now gonna clear up this mid lane. But here comes the invade once again by Uncomfortably Numb. Now this is an invade 3 into 4, and it's now 3 into 5. Roll1Esports gonna secure the shrine. Pardon me for the cough, everyone. Mr. Monkey Man, though, not done with this fight. And we do see the stagger there from Chen, but now Velvet, once again, kind of in a bad spot. There's the silence onto Mr. Monkey Man. Mr. Monkey Man still gets the bomb down, and that's 2 more kills for Uncomfortably Numb. And Uncomfortably Numb taking a good lead in this series. What is this League of Legends ripoff? Yeah, we just don't need that kind of rudeness in chat, so we're just not going to... We're just not going to really need that. It's not helping anyone's experience. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy the game. And if you're not, that's fine. But you don't have to be here. So, thank you for playing. Anyway. So, we are now seeing camp once again picked up by Uncomfortably Numb. They do get both those shrines there. They're up 28 to 36. The Spectre going to get picked off in the top lane. Another pick off in favor of Uncomfortably Numb. And they are looking to already to make a big statement in this series. Up 2 levels here. Tracer all over Poe in the backline. And, boy, things are just really falling apart here for Roll1Esports, as already down 8 kills to 2. They managed to get the kill onto Blaze top, but level 10s here already for the members of Uncomfortably Numb. And once again, another kill. Anubarak goes down 9 kills. The roots have really been on point. Famous and Pile of the Earth communicating with each other very, very well. And now, two level leads still, level 10 still. Kind of a distant hope for the members of Roll1Esports. They're going to need to find a way to close this XP gap, but it gets harder and harder since the 2019 patch to close the XP gap. Roll1Esports going to focus on this bottom. Meanwhile, though, Chen going down up in the mid lane. It's 10 kills. And now it looks like we're going to see a shell game where Uncomfortably Numb just continues to try to push in one lane after another. They're setting up every lane for an invade. Aggressive channel here by Blaze. Going to secure 4 shots. There was the clear on bottom, so 4 shots, but this is going to be a total of 8. And Uncomfortably Numb not letting up, staying on the opponent's side of the map. Level 10s are here now. We do have Earth, Wind, and Fire, or Storm, Wind, and Fire. Technically, or Storm, Earth, and Fire. Fuck it, I can't remember. Storm, Earth, and Fire. I said Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh, yeah. Say that you remember. I will never sing again. That is a lie. I will probably sing again this game. Anyway, Velvet once again kind of separate out from the team. The concussion mines have just been brutal. Mr. Monkey Man going in for the kill. Chen trying to dive with the Panda Pals on to Tracer. Now the turnaround on to Famous. Famous is slowed, but I don't think the kill is going to be able to come in. Famous needs to be careful with the living bomb, but Blaze still up in the top soakings. That was functionally at that point 4v5. They managed to get a couple kills. Roll1Esports kind of having trouble right now. Needs to find a way to try to get back into this one. Needs to find a way to kind of deal with this Tracer at the moment. And we do actually see Long Pitch. And Long Pitch is good on the map for stalling.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths.
But so far, Roll1Esports now positioning towards the bottom half of the map, although Rainer and Chen top. So it's actually going to turn to a 5-3-3. They need to be careful of this rotation. Diablo going to go in for the Anub. There's the flip. Anub does have Burrow charge up, does use it, Question is Blaze going to get that stun? Oh, the cocoon, perfectly timed. Rock Your World does manage to get out of that one. That is cocoon down, but still. That is one ult, all the ults up on the red side. Kicknaz gonna channel bot, no interrupt coming in. Now the fight is over mid, but with level 13s here, Chen soaking top, Rainer soaking mid. Roll1Esports just needs to give this. Poe now walking away from this. Rock Your World, though, I don't think Burrow charges up. And just gonna shotgun Rock Your World there with the Riptire. Mr. Monkey Man taking some damage there from Rainer, but Mr. Monkey Man's just been very, very hard to kill. Malfurion heals have been really strong. The roots have been stronger, and very, very impressed with the play of Pilot of Earth this game on that Malfurion. Malfurion is very attention draining as a hero. Like, you really have to focus on a lot of things. But when you play Malfurion well, it's just absolutely devastating to the enemy team, and we're seeing that here. Invasion onto the camp once again by Uncomfortably Numb. They are going to get this. Tower is capped bot, so they are going to try to walk up some minions here as well. Possibly get some picks. Chen soaking in the top lane. Level 13. Still not here. About a 2-level lead. I know it looks like 3, but 12 about to tick over to 13 for Roll1. And they're going to have a brief window where they can look for a fight. Chen soaking that top lane. There's level 13s. Stugov goes root combo here. It's going to be difficult because of the Tracer to land it, but does need to look for these root combos now. The Pumpkins, however, are killed. Pumpkin Sappers. They are not pushed in, but 12 to 36 at the moment. Roll1 not getting any channel since the split channel up on top on the initial objective. Now trying to move on to Spectre, but Spectre just going to oil and could have healed up. Chose not to ignite. We are at the 3 objective phase. This could be potentially game ending. Cocoon there onto Diablo, but getting broken out immediately by the Tracer, and that's where Tracer comes in as a good Anubarak counter, and now the Riptire could absolutely wreak havoc. R1 Poe so low, Rainer gonna go down to a grenade. There's the Panda Pals trying to get onto this Tracer, but Mr. Monkey Man is just so slippery and manages to stay up. Chen not able to get the kill. Chen gonna be the next fall. Poe could go down to a grenade here. Needs to be careful. Poe does go down to the grenade, and this could be game ending. R1Esports needs to just get one channel to prolong the game, but even that may not be enough. Rocky World is going to be able to get this channel in the top left. There's no one there to interrupt. Zad looking potentially a channel, but needs to back up. But it's going to end up being 33-2 here. And this, while I said comebacks can happen on this map, this comeback would have to be pretty miraculous. As R1 Esports really just having a hard time even just stepping out onto the map. And now with level 16 here, with Diablo wall bangs just being even more devastating, it only gets harder. And of course we have endless nades. Who doesn't love endless nades? Endless nades, so tasty. Meanwhile, I always like to see this. Ooh. So just basic sleight of hand. Just a raw damage buff on the side of Tracer. There's the Cocoon. Once again, Cocooning Diablo, trying to dive another target. Now swatting Diablo back. Pilot Earth is in a little bit of an awkward position, but not seemingly the best communication there on R1Esports. Mr. Monkey Man coming in. Gonna back out of that dot. Ooh, Diablo moving in onto Rainer. Flips a Nubarak under the tower. Velvet just sitting in the bush hoping no one notices, but the Twilight Dream's gonna say otherwise. That's already 3 down as just insta-gib. And Pumpkin Sappers, that Pumpkin Sappers walked in bot? Yeah, Pumpkin Sappers walked in bot and ended the game. So, yo announcer, how are you doing? I am doing alright. I'm just coughing up a lung in the middle of a match because I'm not even a smoker. I don't have a good reason. I wish I smoked. I wish people thought I was cool. I don't actually wish I smoked, but really, really dominant game there from Uncomfortably Numb as we take a look at the post-game stats. As you see, I mean, you know, Malfurion doing really well with the healing, and it's just hard to heal on Stukov when people are just dropping that quick. You need to have time to get your heals out to get the big bursts. Just not happening. 1 second as I gotta communicate here. Yes, but communicate it. But sorry about that. Taking a look at these post-game stats, we do see. I mean, Tracer just did a lot of damage, but the fights were short, just because Mr. Monkey Man really played exceptionally well on that Tracer. So we're gonna update this now. We're gonna get set up for map number 2. We will see everyone back in just 1 second. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. We are moving now into Dragonshire. Uncomfortably Numb looked unstoppable game one, but the cavalry has arrived. The usual starter, Big Beard, has arrived for Roll1Esports. We'll see if his presence can make a difference, as they admittedly looked a bit lost last game. So we'll see what happens here on Dragonshire. This map being Roll1Esports' choice, not wanting to give up map pick again. So we'll see what the members of Uncomfortably Numb choose to do with that first pick as we head into game number 2. Uncomfortably Numb looking for the domination. Once again, banning out the Rexar, just wanting no part of that. And this is Rexar's best map, so it makes sense to get rid of it. It's also a suggestion that, hey, we don't want to first pick it. Let's see what happens. Junkrat, gonna get banned out. Not wanting to deal with Kicknaz's Junkrat again. That's a respect ban. And respect well earned, frankly. Very, very well earned respect. Meanwhile, Ana getting banned out. And we've been talking about Rexar a bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at some stats here. We can see Rexar, 16% pick rate, and you think, like, that's low. But, like, this is Rexar getting picked at 16%. Still only 50% win rate. But a ban rate of 1%. So it hasn't seen many bans, but that ban rate on the up and up so far this season in NGS. There's the Diablo ban. Not wanting to deal with Famous's Diablo. Famous is famous Diablo. It's rather famous. So first pick now over to Uncomfortably Numb. We did see the Tracer last game, and it actually did a lot of damage. I'm almost surprised the Tracer wasn't banned. This is not Tracer's best map because of the preeminence of wave clear, but you can build around Tracer. The question is, do you pick it early? They are going to grab the Maiev. So the Maiev was left up. Now, Pilot of Earth was actually healing on the Malfurion last game. Now moving into Maiev. It was left up by Roll1Esports. They banned it last game, but this time gonna have to deal with it. There's ETC and Orpheus. So ETC can actually do okay into Maiev, can power slide and kind of punish when the step up. And that is definitely a comfort pick for Rock Your World, is the ETC. Velvet, meanwhile, getting onto the Orphea. Getting back onto a mage roll, which I think is a better comfort there for Velvet. But we've actually, I've talked about this. We've really seen ETC kind of step up a lot this season and show up a lot more in a big way. ETC up to a 44% pick rate, 73% win rate at this point. I mean, look at that again. 73% win rate on a 44% pick rate. And that means he's been in 30% of games because of the ban rate, and he's winning 73%. I mean, ETC is being absolutely dominant at the moment. Anubrak, though, going to get picked up here by Famous. So going with a similar kind of combo-focused setup hero to enable the rest of the team to engage. Jaina going to be the follow-up. Tirana ban, not wanting to deal with those potential combos. Mr. Monkey Man now moving on to a slower healer. Hero was on that Jaina last game, or Tracer last game, but yeah. Can you explain the game? I'm unfamiliar with it. The game is called HOTS. And, yeah. Anyway. What's the ban going to be on the other side? It could be a healer choke. No, we're not wanting to deal with the Rainer. Now, Velvet played the Rainer last game, but Velvet has already picked a hero. So we may still see an auto-attack hero from Big Beard, I would imagine. But, let's see if the support is prioritized right now. Neither team picked a healer yet. There's the Stukov once again from Wanaba, so looking like a comfort pick at this point. Zad gonna get onto the Faustad. Now Zad played the Chen solo lane last match. Do we see a solo frontline ETC, or do we see Big Beard? Actually, Big Beard, yeah, I think Big Beard does play solo lane. It's been a while since I've casted Roll1Esports, but I believe that's the case. But healer pick's got to come in. I expect the Malfurion, maybe? Blaze, Malfurion, Blaze, Rhaegar. Okay, Rhaegar, very respectable, especially on this map. Lot of camps to clear. Rhaegar excels at that. The Cleanse, very useful in the ETC. I quite like the pick. The Spectre getting back on his Blaze. Played pretty well last game, so it's hard to fault him for the hero. But Big Beard actually going to get onto Leoric, so that's what we're going to get. from him. He is going to be in that solo lane against the Blaze. Now, it's an interesting matchup because if you're Blaze in that matchup, you actually want to hold on to your jet charge and not use it on Leoric. Rather, you use it when Leoric hits you with his W and you jet charge away. But here we go into map number 2. This is Roll1Esports now. Going to need to try to find a way to deal with this really strong CC combo. I mean, there's just a ton with my Evan Ubrak, Blaze. Are they equipped to do it? I'm still worried about the Stukov pick into that much CC. Until level 16, he's not really going to have any way to deal with the stuns. But we shall see here, heading into the match. Roll1Esports hoping to equalize the series and take us to game 3. Uncomfortably Numb, though, kind of just wanting to put the boot down. End the series here. We move to Dragonshire, a map full of macro and camps and split brawls. It'll be a fun one as we introduce the teams. On the left, it's going to be Roll1Esports. Rocky World on ETC. Wanaba going to be on Stukov. Zad going to be on Falstad. Big Beard going to be on Leoric. And Velvet going to be on the Orphea. And on the right, we're going to get Famous on Ubrak. Mr. Monkey Man on Jaina. Pile of the Earth on Maev. The Spectre going to be on Blaze. And Kiknaz going to be on the Rhaegar. So, let's see what we get in terms of talents. We are seeing a Bribe. We are seeing a Prog Rock. A lot of stacking already. So we're not going with this E build this time. So trying to possibly get some CC combos. Maybe Leoric and Tomb and then silence it. See what they can do with that. On the other side, we have both teams kind of pushing in. Blaze looking for the back flank, possibly onto Zad. No, misses Zad, hits the front line though. Ubrak coming in, trying to channel out some damage. The silence is there though, doing quite a lot. Famous is indeed very low in this situation. Big Beard already doing some help to make a difference. But Jaina already in the bot lane, getting some soak. Getting those globes as well. Needs to be careful on this rotation. Gage coming in. Anub gonna burrow charge in. Could be at risk here. Would have liked to have seen an ETC power slide, but it's just not a reaction or not off cooldown. One of the two. But now this is awkward position for red because they don't like, do we want to try to rotate with the ETC? Looks like Famous is going to do just that. Pile of the Earth now rotating into the siege camp, so very quick siege camp from Uncomfortably Numb. You definitely have the advantage on those rotations whenever you have a Rhaegar. Rhaegar is, I mean, half the reason you take him. He's by far the best wave clear healer, best camp clear healer. Very strong. Up at the top, the Spectre getting kind of all he wants out of Leoric at the moment. Now he's used his charge, so for Leoric, that's a chance to get the spooky ghost hand off. And Big Beard already showing quite a big difference in this lane, as he has Spectre quite low. And Spectre now needs to just be very careful. He does not have a tap up, otherwise he would have used it. So Spectre just soaking the wall, but that is going to be Roll1Esports getting onto that top camp. So already we're seeing a pretty big difference in terms of what Big Beard can bring to the table. Definitely a lot more comfort in that solo lane. And both shrines now blue. So, ooh, Spectre needs to be careful. Spectre could be low. Good juke there by Big Beard who avoids the stun. And just soaking that lane very aggressively. Red moving on to the point. Uncomfortably Numb trying to get control of bottom to stall out this objective. Ubrak having the burrow charge out, but Maev currently defending in the mid. So in this situation, normally you look for one team to be able to get the kill and turn that into a dragon. Famous now in the bottom, gonna have to probably burrow charge out. Stukov with the silence though, trying to prevent Famous from walking out of there. Now burrow charge does give you unstoppable, so you don't have to worry about that. But Kiknaz now a bit low. Velvet stepping up, and Leoric is just all over Spectre's wall at the moment. Really performing just much more stably in this lane, and it's something that I think Blaze needs to kind of work on the combos. But Jaina is low, and here comes the Hammerang. ETC gonna also secure the kill there, but obviously Falstad's Hammering doing a lot of damage. This could be an opportunity for camp. Some soak here being missed, but picked up by the Falstad. As we now see a rotation into mid, Velvet going to get onto Pile of the Earth. Pile of the Earth going to try to stay here and get the interrupt. There's the blink. Falstad going to get the channel going again. Pile of the Earth going to try to step up, but that is the first dragon, and Pile of the Earth is very low. Can Orphea get the kill? Good jukes there by Pile of the Earth to avoid the damage, but that is R1 Esports immediately showing much better signs of life. Seems like they kind of came back, they regrouped, they're communicating better. And that, I think, says a lot about Big Beard, not just in terms of play skill, but really in terms of his communication and his calming effect. We're seeing a very, very different Roll1Esports this game. Kicknaz being very aggressive with the soak. Like to see Blue come down to punish. Famous spotting it out, though. That's the thing, Rhaegar very escapable. Can't be dismounted. Dragonite used on mid to try to get some structure. Normally not where you want to put the focus, but a noob overcommits for Zad there. And now it could be Pile of the Earth going down, but Zad is very low. Blink coming in for Maiev. Maiev does not take the blink, trying to go for the one-for-one trade. But would have liked to have seen more on that Dragonite. I mean, we're taking a look at that mid wall, and you can see just not much happen. You kind of want to really focus as well onto the bot lane. Top lane, not really great either. But bot lane is typically where this map is won. As bot lane has 3 camps, one of the highest camp density maps or lanes in the game. Let's see what happens here. But siege camps once again picked up on the side of Uncomfortably Numb. They're doing their camp rotations quite a bit better. They already grabbed their bruiser, but neutral bruiser was picked up by R1E. So R1E getting some push in bottom to allow them time to grab their bruiser camp, help out Leoric on the top, as well as then rotate into their siege. Fast in the middle, though. Is the noob going to look for the pickoff? Oh, but keep in mind, at this point last game, I mean, basically you already had Uncomfortably Numb up 2 levels. Roll1Esports is doing substantially better now. As we do see pretty standard talent builds across the board. We are seeing, again, that commitment to the E build from Stukov. He's trying to really get those CCs. Leoric soaking the top lane at the moment, trying to get his team level 10. R1E may get level 10 first. It'll be interesting to see if the ETC goes Stage Dive or Mosh. You do have a second tank, so, you know, Mosh can be strong, especially with the Orphea, but Stage Dive can get on that. But it is Mosh, and we are going to see the Eternal Feast. They're really committing to this Wombo combo. We're going to see Entomb, we're going to see Eternal Feast, we're going to see the Growing Infestation Silence. Meanwhile, Jaina soaking the top lane, dealing with this Bruiser Camp Blaze, soaking the mid, but here comes the engage. Good Mosh. Follow up with the Hinterland's Blast, not the Gust out of Falstad, as well as the Eternal Feast, securing the kill onto a noob. And how the tables have turned, as now Maiev caught in the Entomb, tries to blink out, but a fantastic power slide by Rock Your World. And this is a completely different Roll1Esports we're seeing. Already, Big Beard really making his presence felt this match. And now Zad gonna move in onto the Jaina. This could be a frozen turkey here. But now the engagement coming on. Rock Your World, oh, didn't go to cut off and escape there. I would have liked to have seen that. Jaina managing to get away. Famous trying to get the channel. Both shrines were red briefly, but Velvet there to interrupt. Now it's Leoric versus Rhaegar, the classic solo lane matchup. I say classic solo lane matchup because I play support in Storm League, which means I typically am soaking. Because no one else is. There's the commitment to Leoric. Actually a good stun there with the Blizzard actually securing the kill there, paired with the cage. This could actually lead to more deaths. Rock Your World power sliding away. That was a 5v5. Big Beard is down. Rock Your World, though, in a really awkward position. Oh, but there's the Hinterland's Blast, and it hits 5, and that's going to give a reset. And now the damage is turning around the other way, and Zad absolutely making his presence felt now. And what a baited situation. Drop the baited in chat, everyone. Because, oh my goodness, Rock Your World played that so well. And now Pile of the Earth just trying to get away, but there's the power slide. And they turn a 4v5 into a 3-for-0 after Leoric kill. So a total of 3-for-1. But those Hinterland Blast resets by Zad, that was really good. Everyone just kind of got caught up in that gap. And now we're going to see if Zad can do more with this Dragonite. Maiev not up for 3. They are still focusing onto this mid shrine, but with the minions up soaking damage, I'd like to see a little bit more commitment by the dragon to that siege damage. It's a siege hero, not a team fight hero. Dragon not committing for the fort yet. Gonna rotate down towards the spot lane. Meanwhile, Leoric pushing in against Blaze top. Push coming bot at the moment. I'm getting those Phantom Knives resets. They are so tasty. Level 13s, we are not seeing a root combo Stukov. Rather, we are seeing the extended duration on Lingering Spines. Getting an extra 1.5 seconds, that's good. As much interrupt are on the other team, you know, you're probably not going to be able to easily land too many root combos, especially with all the mobility from the Rhaegar, from the Lyric. But Dragonite still has not secured a fort, and I think that part of this might just be misplay. Oh, engagement onto Zad. Needs to be careful. There comes the blink. Oh no, the Mosh and the Flailing Swipe, the counter synergy, and then Heirloom's Bassbone, really without a chance for an engage. And now the Cocoon onto Stukov, trying to go for the engage, but the Internal Feast completely disengages. It's 3 goes to kill onto Blaze. Maev does manage to get a kill onto Leoric, but with all the health bars so low, and now Maev going down to Falstad, this is R1E in a position to kind of take control of this matchup. And R1E really now in the driver's seat in this game. This is just a completely different team than we saw in match number 1. We saw a lot of kind of, you know, sheepish engages, not clear who the target call was, kind of some overextensions, not really dealing with the Tracer. And now you turn around this match and it's just like there's a different focus there. And I think you got to credit Big Beard. There's got to be some factor beyond just... beyond just, you know, actual individual play, but rather things like communication and a calming effect. Meanwhile, Jaina, looks like the pick is coming. A little bit of a missed combo there. Jaina turning around, blowing some damage onto the minion wave, but this should be a fort going down. Roll1Esports gonna get the mid fort with the dragon and some minions, gonna now get bot fort, and they still have a camp pushing. Now trying to move onto that Anub'arak. Anub'arak, though, gonna have the burrow charge, gonna be able to walk away. There's some big damage, though, onto that Maev. And they're still not done pushing here. 3v4 at the moment with Blaze Away soaking. They could get, with this spell shield especially, they could get a lot of wall value here. Do they go for that bottom tower? Looks like they're going to trust minions to finish. They are starting to rotate away. Now it looks like Falstad might be flying top on the Spectre. There's the Entomb, trying to move onto it. Very aggressive. The jukes. The jukes. Oh my god. Alright, well, Spectre, well done. Golf clap. And here we go, level 16 now for Roll1Esports, and they have the 2-level lead now. We are seeing Stukov going with Pox Populi over the Super Stream. That's a surprising decision to me. With the prevalence of roots and stuns, I mean, there's 3 heroes with stuns, and they all have multiple. There's the root going in. Silence, though, turned around. There's the Mosh getting a lot of damage with the Eternal Feast. And oh my goodness, it just seems like every time Roll1Esports engage in a choke, they're just getting baited. And now the Ancestral comes out just a little bit too late. Oh, Kicknaz is going to go down as well. And that is a 4-for-0. Oof, indeed. That will be a Dragon Knight. What an absolutely fantastic combo here. This triplet, Rock Your World, Velvet, and Wanaba, getting so much done with this ETC Orpheus Stukov combo. You get the Mosh with the Eternal Feast, guaranteed damage, but you follow up with the silence damage as well. And that is not a fun time. That is not happy fun time. We're going to see if they can manage to get the defense down 3 levels, though, as things start to come apart here now for the members of Uncomfortably Numb. This is just a really interesting series. Just the extent to which both these 2 games are turning into domination. And there's the Entomb forcing the silence onto Blaze. Ancestral going to come down. Blaze does manage to get the bunker to get out of the Eternal Feast and reset it. But Dragonite is still up. No keep down yet, though. It seems like Dragonite's being used a little bit too much for team fighting for my liking. I'd like to see more commitment to that structure damage. They do have keep bottom. Dragonite still has 22 seconds left, though it is a bit low on HP. We'll see what siege damage they can get. Doing a good job clearing up the minions. They're trying to get the minions under the structure. Hard to do with the Jaina. Admittedly, Jaina, one of the better heroes at just clearing the waves. That way the dragon has to tank the towers. And that's always going to limit the effectiveness. So Lyric going up top to get that soak. And level 16 now coming in for the members of Uncomfortably Numb. But only a level away from 20 for the members of Roll1Esports. So You know, you're saying in chat to game 3. I don't doubt it. But with Leoric top, we are seeing right now an aggressive play. And I like this call. Try to bait them into a 4v5, but now with Leoric coming in on the flank. Oh, there's the Entomb, there's the Hinterlands, there's the Eternal Fleet. Violet of the Earth is just in such a bad spot. Maiev gonna go down, but here comes the turnaround. Cocoon, though, onto the low Orphea. You never want to Cocoon the target that's low. Unfortunately, a little bit of a misplay there. And now Blaze is just overcommitted. Gonna be difficult to get out. Down he goes. That's 2 for nothing. And this... do they turn this in the game? If they get another kill, they definitely turn this in the game. No Entomb, and looks like they might just try to rotate camps, paint the map blue. This siege camp's going to give them level 20, though. And level 20, absolutely huge for Leoric with the Entombs we've been seeing. Pair that Entomb with Buried Alive, Stukov can save the silence, and just the silence potential is outside of this world.
Red team's core is under attack.
Red team, though, now defending their core. Blaze still not up. Level 20s are here. Looks like they might just force this with the catapults, with the 3 siege giants. Famous, very low. Ancestral has to be used there. There's the silence, though, on to Rhaegar, but Rhaegar managing to get away. There's the Eternal Feast. Doesn't really get any value. Mosh, solo target onto the Malfurion. There's the cleanse there. Cocoon gonna peel it out, and possibly an overcommitment as now Orphea is low. Leoric gonna spawn underneath the structure, and he was not silenced there? Question mark? Now just trying to peel out. Stukov with the massive shove. Oh, here comes the Ring of Frost. Roots too. Big Beard in the middle of all of it. Famous going in, even with the low HP. There's the comeback from Blaze with the stun. Can Pilot of the Earth escape the wrath of Rock Your World? Yes, he can. And I think ETC is going to go down here as well. A little bit of an overcommit there. Death Mosh value. Oh my god, 4-man Mosh. PogChamp, guys. 4-man Mosh. Falstad gonna get the top though, gonna delay, but that's not. I don't like that decision to push right there. I know you have 20s, but I don't like the decision to dive core. I think you can paint the map blue. I think you can look for picks. I think you can just play for this phase where they have to pick a shrine and defend it, kinda, and you can just engage on them. With the global, that's there's the silence though. Onto Rhaegar, Hinterlands blast. Rhaegar walk back into it. Down he goes. Bunker comes out just a little late. Now Spectre in a bad spot, trying to go for the 1-for-1 trade onto Zad. Zad is actually low, but Zad is going to stay alive. Oh, down goes Zad. And actually a dragon picked up here for Uncomfortably Numb, so they're not out of it yet. 2 for 2. Dead on the map right now, although ETC coming back up, so that was really effectively a 2 for 1, but with the death timer on Falstad going to be a bit longer. This is okay, honestly, for Uncomfortably Numb. As this dragon, though, going to drop very quickly, and Maiev needs to be careful, because Entomb, I believe, is up. Here comes Leoric looking for Entomb. Oh, good blink. Pilot of the Earth, knowing it was coming, blinking over the wall to escape the wrath of Buried Alive. This is turning into a good game, despite what Roll1Esports wants to see. But now, Famous just going to clear some lanes. They're trying to find level 20. Is Uncomfortably Numb. Falstad coming up in just a few seconds. Bruiser Camp picked up in the bottom by the members of Roll1Esports. Just trying to get more macro pressure, give themselves some space to make decisions. They need to clear up this top lane as well. A lot of minions and the Bruiser Camp, and then they can also get their own Bruiser Camp lane. Leo doing what he does best, just scouting the enemy team. He's not a risk to get killed. Roll1Esports with a chance here. To get control of the map, and then to translate that. Ooh, are they looking for the engage, though? Falstad could fly. I really want them to just play this a bit safe. Level 20's here. And interesting, Cold Snap. So Jaina going with that punish people who try to get inside the ring. Rhaegar going with the Storm Shield Rewind out of a noob, of course. Pretty standard talents. Shadow Orb Huntress, as expected. Yeah, level 20s here for both teams, but there is the Entomb on to Blaze, trying to get the silence. Down he goes. Well-executed pickoff, and that's where Buried Alive is just huge. You follow up with the Stukov root Stukov silence, and now, ooh, there is a little bit of Mr. Monkey Man's actually separated out from the rest of the team. There's a Cocoon on the Falstad. Ring of Frost, though, not going to hit. Now ETC going to be the focus target. Can the heals come in? No, or not ETC, excuse me. Orfeo is the target, a little bit separated out. So it is a 1-for-1 trade, and at that point, that kind of favors the members. Ooh, big Hinterlands Blast, though, but that favors the members of Uncomfortably Numb. Rocky World is not out of this fight yet. Needs to be very, very careful. No one right now channeling the top lane, and we're going to see a continued fight here. Blaze is down, but so is Orfea. A little bit of an overcommitment to me there by Roll1Esports without, I think, the clear kind of like, who are we getting onto? I don't like Stukov Shove being used in any kind of offensive capacity. It never seems to work. It just seems to disrupt team fights more than anything else. But now, oh boy, Kiknaz in a bad spot, and there's the Buried Alive. He's going to need to mount up, but he is silenced. Can he get the mount? He does have the Self-Ancestral. He has to dismount to do it, though. But having the blow of Self-Ancestral just to walk out of that alive, it's absolutely worth it. Now with Blaze here, this is actually a 5v4, and Wanaba is in a really bad spot with no mobility. This could actually be disastrous for Roll1Esports. And in fact, it is. There comes the Ring of Frost now, rooting the ETC, and oh boy, Roll1Esports just having a hard time closing out this game. But once again, 4-man Mosh Poggers. Roll1Esports really having a hard time closing out this game. There's been a lot of positioning mistakes here. They've had chances to do that. I think they kind of just haven't recovered yet from that push onto the core. It's not that they're losing yet, but now with 2 dead, 5v3, this is going to be a dragon, and they can push it down that bot lane. And this late in the game, this dragon should easily be able to convert that forge, but possibly should get the keep as well. You don't have the best defenders on the side of Roll1Esports here. No one who's amazing at burning that Dragon Knight, but looks like Rhaegar is going to get into this. So denying themselves heals for the sake of just some extra damage. This is always a risky call to put your healer in the Dragon Knight, because then you don't have Ancestral here. You don't really have the heals. Everyone's kind of got to use their own self-sustain. But here they go, burning down this fort quickly. 5 members alive, though. We have 5 alive. Falstad clearing up that mid lane. There is a catapult top. Could take the keep out. Top lane for red. Here we go. Entomb used only onto the Dragon Knight. It does get silenced. Ooh, good Hinterlands Blast, though, onto Blaze. But once again, like, kind of just some... Ooh, ETC's in a really bad spot. Does have the power slide to get out of Ring of Frost. The Ring of Frost is a swing and a miss. Cold Snap goes down. Nothing there. The keep is still standing. The Dragon Knight is starting to fall. Rhaegar currently going to be the most forward member of the team, but without the Entomb, there's not the best engage. ETC going to look for the Mosh. He could look for the Mosh right here if he can get the speed. Oh, there is... The wall's down. ETC could Mosh this. There is... Oh, no. The knockback to try to set up the Mosh, but ETC actually getting knocked back out of it. Gonna solo Mosh. Eternal Feast, though, not on the right target, but there now is the Death Mosh. R1Esports, though, losing the first kill. Entomb not collecting anyone. Pily Earth now turning on to Zad. The health bars are low, though, and Anubrak is going to be the next to fall, and Zad is on the chase, trying to look for a kill onto either the Blaze or the Maiev. Looking like he's turning onto Blaze. Blaze going to turn around. I think that was a critical mistake. I think Blaze maybe thought he was dead, but if he just jet charges away, I think that's the right call. Oh boy. You know, it was dominant. Roll1Esports, though, got control again, but are they going to push 4v3? This is risky. It went really, really bad a bit ago. You have 2 keeps down, mid and top, or mid and bot. You have top keep low. I think if you play for waiting for ETC backup, it works out. Entomb's down, I think you leave right now. Because if you die here, you're just staggering at that point. ETC's back up. They can paint the map blue. They can get both shrines. Blaze won't be up for another 17. And looks like they are taking the safe play. 2 keeps down. The reason that you want to play that safe is you have Katas in 2 lanes, and you have completely unmatched Katas in the mid lane. So you can actually get a lot of value in the mid lane, because there is no Shrine mid. They're going to have to fight bottom or top, most likely. They're probably going to want to pick bottom to defend their lane, but that's going to leave mid open to get some Katas pushed up the core, and someone will have to back to deal with it, which will allow a potential move into that Dragon Knight. Famous just doing some scouting. Ooh, missed spines there. Gonna use the burrow charge to walk away, but Mr. Monkey Man actually stepped up. Zad was ready for it. Leoric has the top channel. Stukov about to get the bottom. Leoric now moving in for this mid-soak. Moving on to the Anub. There's the Entomb onto Anub with the body blocks. There's the focus. Ancestral coming in. There's the burrow charge to get away. R1E Velvet needs to get out of the cold snap, though. Does do so. Bunker comes down just for Blaze. Not really getting much value off it. Wanaba kind of swatting out, trying to make sure Rock Your World can get out of there. Now trying to secure the disengage. Jet Charge coming in. Doesn't collect anyone. There's the Power Slide from ETC. Trying to further secure the getaway. Ultimates have been used. Eternal Feast still up. Mosh actually went down in that fight. I somehow missed that. And we probably have 1 stack of shove left. But Blue has control of the objective. ETC power sliding in. And there's a lot of separation here. Cocoon onto the backside, onto the Stukov. Now trying to turn onto a single target. Faustad is away. Faustad will do that. Seems like they get the Cocoon so they can get onto a target, but at the same time, they're just not able to do it. And so far, no one really getting a kill, but meanwhile, Maev has to back to deal with these 2 catapults and the 2 siege giants. Now, luckily, a catapult spawned and kind of helped deal with that a little bit. Leo trying to get the channel. Stukov trying to zone out. Once again, a little bit of a missed entomb there if the goal was to get the kill, but Anubrak very low, gonna have to back up. And now Spectre possibly overcommitting. There's the shove. Ooh, but Leoric meanwhile gets the channel. Kill goes on to Anubrak. Mr. Monkey Man is gonna drop here to a Falcon Punch from the Stukov, and that should absolutely be the game. That said, it wouldn't. At this point, I'm actually almost surprised that we didn't get another kill there. But that will be the game. This is a level 24. This is a 25-minute Dragon Knight. That is going to be GG. We're going to go to game 3, guys. And I got to say, that was cray-cray. That was a very crazy game. Roll1Esports looked to be in control. Kind of had some misplays, seemed to compound them a bit, but now, 24 Dragon Knight, or excuse me, 25-minute Dragon Knight. There's no doubt that core is dropping, and it's dropping fast. And so, there we go. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. I'm tired after that game, but not too tired for a game 3. So we're going to jump into a game number 3. Roll1Esports look completely revitalized with Big Beard here, playing much better. Erase the memories of game 1, but Uncomfortably Numb. They didn't get rolled over. They stuck with it. They were down 3 levels at one point. Had some moments to get back into that game. Weren't able to really convert it into a winning opportunity. They weren't able to get a keep down, but still, absolute hell of a game. Can't wait for game number 3. We'll see you guys in just 1 minute. Stay tuned here to the Nexus Gaming series. Hey everyone, just want to give you a quick heads up. We're almost ready. We'll be jumping into Game 3 soon, so just stay tuned for just 1 second. We'll be right back here. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here, bringing you game number 3 between these two teams, Roll1Esports and Uncomfortably Numb. And I gotta tell you, after game 1, I just thought, well, another short night. Uncomfortably Numb just gonna roll in and just kind of poop on Roll1Esports. And man, Big Beard showed up at just the right time, like the hero at the most perfect moment of a superhero movie, because they all follow the same fucking plot line, and superhero movies suck, including the Marvel series. I have opinions. Once again, banning out Junkrat. Just no moss. After game 1, no moss. Junkrat's still going to be the ban. And once again, the Rexar ban. Rexar has really factored in the drafts more. People really starting to pick up that he's actually kind of very, very good at the game of Heroes of the Storm right now. But take a look. I mean, we do see that Junkrat has not really had a high pick rate. Only sitting at 8% pick rate right now in Season 7 of NGS. And that's just a surprise. He's still, in my view, a very meta assassin. But at least through 1 week, we haven't really seen a lot of him. Diablo, going to get banned out as well. Diablo's still a top-tier tank, though we haven't seen as much of Diablo lately. Down to a 38% pick rate, 32% ban rate. So, you know, you still see him a bit, but not to the 100% popularity rate we saw last season. I should note, I'm not using popularity rate there. I'm using pick rate and ban rate. That's separate. So popularity is still 71%. It's still high, but like last season, it was above 90%, I have to imagine. A noob supplanting that, but there's the ETC again. And I mean, we've already talked about ETC. ETC is back in every way. ETC going to be the first pick. Rock Your World really plays it well. 61% popularity, 73% win rate through the first week of NGS. And it's definitely been a big hero tonight in this series. ETC is definitely something to start considering. Honestly, first pick, first ban on. With the win rate we're seeing, with the popularity we're seeing. But this time, R1Esports leaves up the Maiev and actually pick it for themselves, and they're pairing the Maiev with the ETC. This is a very, very strong combo, especially with the Velvet follow-up. Pilyev getting back onto that Malfurion himself. Kiknaz moving in onto Jaina, and it seems to be that Kiknaz, they want to get him on his hero quickly, but also I think they want to get Kiknaz back onto Assassin. They want to get Pile of the Earth back on heals after that last game. And Pile of the Earth's roots were just stellar in game 1, but we are just moving through this draft. Now banning out the Stukov, trying to force Wanaba to play something different. The silences were very strong last game, especially paired with the Leoric. Leoric is still up. I would almost expect to see it. And now I definitely expect to see it as we see the Alarak and the Garrosh. But man, this draft is at a clip. I'm trying to get everything kind of typed in and follow up on things. Let's, real quick, while we're at this, I've actually seen quite a bit of Alarak this season. And I'm curious, yeah, he's up to a 20% popularity, but a 60% win rate. So a much higher popularity, even than, I believe, Junkrat. Let me check Junkrat's popularity again. And it is down to 11%. So yeah, Alarak's been very popular, but there's the Anduin. So once again, I get to see how people are building their Anduin. I do think Anduin's a strong healer, but he's also very flexible. He's got a lot of builds that are so popular, but there's the Tracer from Mr. Monkey Man. I think they're done screwing around. I think they're just like, look, this worked the first game. You didn't know how to deal with it. I think it can work again, and that's what we're going to see here as I try to get all these heroes into the system. Yeah. It's gonna be a good match. You have a lot more Wombo-centric focus, once again from R1E, but it seems like when they can just focus on, hey, let's let Rock Your World lead the team, and let's all follow up, and let's try to lead the way in kills. Really off those Wombos, off the Mosh Feast, off the Warden's Cage into ETC Power Slide. Additionally, to help with those Tracer bombs, Anduin can pop south. They do have interrupts on the other side. They have the Alarak, they have the Twilight Dream, they have the Garrosh. They have a few different tools. But we are going to move into map number 3. The series will be decided here, so everyone get hype in chat. Let's hear it one more time for our two teams. Rock Your World going to be leading the members of Roll1Esports. Rock Your World on ETC. We're going to have Wanaba on the Anduin. Zad going to be on my F. Big Beard going to be once again on the Lyric, and Velvet once again on the Orphea. And on the other side, Famous going to be on the Garrosh. We're going to have Mr. Monkey Man on the Tracer, not the Jaina. Forgive me for that. Pie of the Earth is going to be on Malfurion. We're going to have the Spectre onto Alarak, and Jaina will actually be played by Kicknaz here. So, level 1 talents. This is Ashaya's Momenta, or Nisha's, I don't know. Okay, not what I typically see, but I also don't know the healer that well. Only going with Pursued by Grace, so going with the damage heals, not taking the extra healing on the flash heal. And that's interesting. I think if you're only going to pick one talent, I think this is a talent to take, especially when paired with level 20 variants. Well, still, I tend to see bold strategy, so I think he's saying just straight up, like, look, I don't think the 2-second cooldown increase is worth what you get off the flash shield dot. But if you're ever going to take only one of the talents and not bold strategy, I think that's the better one. Especially if you then go Moral Compass at 4, you go Varian's Legacy at 20, possibly push forward at 13, but already the rotation's coming. Kicknaz definitely giving his team an advantage in those rotations at the moment. Famous also being quite difficult to deal with. Now Famous getting tethered under the core. There's the power slide, and who says Garrosh is hard to kill? Well executed there by Roll1Esports, getting the first blood of the game. But admittedly falling a touch behind in the rotations here, but still, actually with the experienced lead now, despite that. So, you know, if it just comes down to we're just going to rotate and you're going to rotate and we're all going to rotate and we're all going to leave each other alone, R1Esports loses that. So I like this aggression. I like the tether onto the Garrosh, forcing him forward. Famous, I think, just mistimed his retreat a little bit there, and it's a hard timer to get. It's not super intuitive. It just feels like eternity when you're tethered. Flipping R1 Zad there, but there's the root combo. Now Kicknaz in a really bad spot. There's the tether, and down goes Jaina, and Roll1Esports once again rolling off to a good start. Velvet, can he get away? There's the Pulse Bomb, gonna secure the kill onto Orphea. So, a 1-for-1 trade. And you know what? That's a sign of life. I will take it. I want a great Game 3 back and forth. I'd love to see a full Anduin build again as a healer main. I'm just fascinated the different ways people are building Anduin. We are actually seeing Inner Fire be the choice, and you know what? I like it. The added range, especially in that Garrosh, going to be great. It's going to allow a lot of value on push forward at 13 as well. Variant's Legacy at 20 is just going to really do a ton of healing. And Famous doing a really good job just disrupting those rotations, just slowing them down, being unkillable, generally a nuisance. Alarak, meanwhile, has made Leoric back. This gives him the chance to drop his 15. Looking potentially for a kill. Rock Your World does get the pulse. Oh my goodness, Spectre coming in with the huge telekinesis to secure that kill. And that was very, very well done. And that was a smart rotation. Spectre could have just zoned out. It's like, oh, I guess I'm going to turn. No, he says, like, look, my team, they need me. That cow, he needs to die. I'm going to step up. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to walk away, not even look at the explosion. That is what Spectre did there on that Alarak. And we do see Discord Strike Twist, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Zed going to try to get the turn in. Famous stepping up, just disrupting that turn. 19 gems there. Both teams have a turn-in pending, but Red obviously much closer to that turn-in. Just needs to find a way to get Kicknaz to turn. Or Alarak at this point. Big Beard manages to sneak that turn, though. 21 gems dropped. That's big. Top lane, kind of the site of really just a gunfight at the moment. Both teams kind of poking each other back and forth, looking for opportunities. No one really finding one yet. No one turning bot at the moment. Kicknaz still has the turn, as does Alarak, for the red team. Meanwhile, Zad might try to look for a turn. The issue is really more people have to turn on blue because it has to be both Zad and, at this point, either Rock Your World or Velvet. Eventually, Kicknaz able to get that turn. Good zoning there by the Garrosh. And the wave clear makes it you get stuck kind of clearing the waves and not defending turn-in. And we actually are seeing Spectre rotate up. So he's looking for an opportunity to get some quest value, I think. Now to rotate down onto that Leoric. He's making sure not to lose Soak. So he's doing very well. Rocket World getting flipped away from the team. There's the root from Malfurion. Anduin using the cleanse. I don't think it was needed there. But now, Garrosh stepping up, gets the throw onto Zad. Zad is going to try to walk away. Zad is going to get rooted. There's the Pulse Bomb, and trading kills now, but at the moment, the upper hand temporarily in the hands of Uncomfortably Numb, as they're getting those better separations. And both teams really want to separate someone and kill them with their build. Anduin's a little bit better at defending that than Malfurion, but at the moment, you know, once you use that cleanse on the ETC, you don't have it there later. And I think that's kind of the lesson, is you want to be a bit more stingy with that in this game, trying to focus now onto Tracer. There's the flip onto ETC. ETC needs to be careful. ETC is going to get rooted, and I think that's going to be lights out. Alarak just coming in with the finishes this game. And the gems getting defended, and now Zad is going to be the next focus. And Uncomfortably Numb starting to get the kill machine rolling, but Tracer does go down the backside, as does Malfurion. Forts are hard. That's a feels bad, man, right there. They get 2 for 2. They deny some gems from blue. They get the kill on the arc. All right, so now you won. Now you won. Immediately going to try to drop what gems they have, just getting them out of their hand. Kicknaz, once again, though, has a turn-in, and Red could actually double up this. Kicknaz is going to go top for a turn-in. I don't think anyone from blue is going to disrupt, and blue is not going to get the turn-in fast enough. Kicknaz is going to double this up for Red, and that's going to be a huge advantage here. With level 10s, both teams going to have them briefly. There they are. With level 10s now, though, there's no fort wall mid. They're going to be able to get value there. Top is already down. Bottom, there's only one tower. This is a great opportunity for Uncomfortably Numb to really get a big lead in this game, and it just got even better. Oh, Big Beard almost survived the Pulse Bomb, but then it was the auto attacks that killed the beast. Velvet now gonna have to walk away from Kicknaz. And taking a look at damage number. Oopsies. No one saw that. Taking a look at those damage numbers now. Alarak just putting the kibosh on the blue team. Jaina not even that really high in damage, but it seems like all the damage has just been super impactful. But Alarak really isn't a lot of value. Stage dive going to be a pick here from Rock Your World. Kind of a blind stage dive onto the back. Not really the best opportunity for a kill, but Alarak steps forward a bit too far with the stage dive. ETC boops him back. Garrosh trying to throw. There's the Twilight Dream trying to get the ETC kill, but there is the Anduin value with that trade. Here comes the cage with the Warden's Feast. Famous is going to be done. There's the combo. We see it. Pulse Bomb onto ETC. Got to be aware of that Tracer. But that is 2 for nothing. But top wall is down. Bot fort is down. And so, now the question is, what does R1E do in this situation? They have a kill on the Garrosh. They have an opportunity to turn. But they don't need to rush it. At the moment, Uncomfortably Numb does not have a turn. You could take a moment and get some gems. You need 14 for the turn. They have 51 otherwise. You get 4 more gems, you guarantee that you have the opportunity to double up the turn-in, which is always valuable. You can take the time to push the lanes out before. Here comes the Entomb, on to Garrosh. There's the Unstoppable. There's the taunt even. Eternal Feast, try to get the kill. A lot of ults blown there. Light Bomb even was blown there, which by the way was the Anduin pick, was Light Bomb. So we saw 3 ults down used there. Entomb, Eternal Feast, and Light Bomb. But Garrosh gonna be able to walk away. Red gonna take the moment, push the lanes out. I like the patience. They're not rushing a turn. They're saying, look, they're nowhere close. They're at 23. It's gonna take them a long time. We have the chance. We're gonna get level 13. We're gonna take it slow. We're not gonna get picked, and then we're gonna try to double up this turn-in. That's what I'm saying if I'm R1E. We got double up, they don't. But now you gotta be careful. Alarak coming in. There's the deadly charge over the Counter-Strike. Twilight Dream, though, is absolutely going to lock down Maev. But the Eternal Feast with the Entomb also killing 2 members of the blue team. ETC with the stage dive doing even more damage. And this Eternal Feast is living up to its name. It was down for so long, but 2 more kills come off the Ring of Frost there by Kiknaz. And Kiknaz is kicking ass at the moment. And I know that's how you're actually supposed to pronounce it. It's not pronounced Kiknaz. I know it's kicking ass, but you know, it's a child stream, so watch your fucking language. Anyway, Kiknaz gonna drop 13. You didn't lose gems though. This is what you say if you're R1E. We didn't lose gems. We got our gems. Granted, they're all being held by Orphea, but if you can get Wanaba to turn in, then you only need Orphea to turn for the double up, and that's the key. You've now take a moment. Look. They're still 25 gems away. We can push lanes out. All we need is to get Wanaba to turn or to get Orphea to turn. We only need one of them. ETC gets the memo. The stock market in bot lane is on the way down. Time to sell. ETC gets out, protects his savings. I mean, he doesn't have any gems on him. It's an abstract metaphor that I'm taking way too far. New York, though, going to be in the bot lane. Garrosh looking for that gank opportunity. Velvet needs to not be fucking around up there. Velvet has 66 gems. Velvet needs to be taking safety quite seriously, because if Velvet gets flipped into the backline and dies, I mean, that could actually be game for R1Esports. At that point, if they lose 66 gems, I mean, that's very, very hard to recover from. Entomb comes out, doesn't catch Famous. Level 16's almost here for both teams. R1E trying to look for a turn. Now you can get just anyone to turn in, really. Literally anyone could turn in, and that would be enough. Knowing this, though, we're seeing the engage now from Famous. Level 16s are almost here. There is the cage with the Eternal Feast. Maev going to be able to bolt away, and the damage is just getting trucked out. Twilight Dream, though, going to help secure the kill onto Maev. Rock Your World in a bad spot. How many gems were lost there? Not many. Oh my goodness, that cleanse was so huge. But Rock Your World could still go down. Rock Your World does go down. Rock Your World didn't have the gems, though. But now you got to walk away. Oh, you can afford to lose 11. But the worst case scenario here is that Orphea goes down. The first bank of Orphea is bursting at the seams. But just R1E having so much trouble getting this turn in. Having so much, and I think if you have Entomb in that fight, it goes better for the members of R1Esports. You can zone out with the Entomb. But just kind of not getting that value there. Level 16s came in, snap picked by the members of Uncomfortably Numb just to help the team fight. And now Boss is going to be grabbed. Now this is going to allow a turn. If R1E is aggressive with the turn, but so far haven't done it. Now Garrosh is going to come down, be able to zone, and that's a missed opportunity there for R1E. I think they should have sniffed out the boss, should have taken the opportunity, get the turn, get the value in the other lanes while they clear the boss. Zad needs to be careful. Mr. Monkey Man wanted that, blinks all the way in. Doesn't get there, the blink out from Maev. Moving in though. Getting this boss down, but this keep should fall. And already with 20 gems now, I mean, you're on the doorstep, 22 now, you're on the doorstep of a turn-in if you're Uncomfortably Numb. Uncomfortably Numb needs one more gem. They have a turn. If they back up and turn, this is going to just be almost impossible, I think, for R1E to get back into this. Because at this point, like, they could not only double up turn in, they could triple up turn in. But the turns are coming in, and I think Uncomfortably Numb's going to get this. I think Uncomfortably Numb's going to get the third straight turn in of 3 in the game. And R1E just not able to get these turn-ins. Great point defending here by Uncomfortably Numb. There's the Entomb once again, just trying to get some type of engage. There's the Warden's Cage. Looks like the focus is on the Tracer. Tracer going to blink out, but she's going to get popped back in by the Maiev ult, and that is going to be a kill. Now if Zad can get out, it's all worth. Oh no, Zad walks into the Ring of Frost, and there's the Warlord's Challenge. Zad's going to go down. 1-for-1 trade, and it just seems like every time Roll1Esports gets an opportunity, just a Ring of Frost hits someone, someone gets caught out by the Warlord's Challenge, and it's just Roll1Esports having a hard time getting an advantage and keeping it. And now, you have a Web Weaver on mid, no wall. You have a Web Weaver on bot, and you have a Web Weaver on core top with 2 catapults. But here's the thing. Now at this point, if you're R1E, you can just turn in. And if you just turn in, the lanes will push out. You'll get 2 more turn-ins, potentially, if you don't feed, 2 more turn-ins right after that. And those turn-ins will convert. Ooh, there's the Entomb. Eternal Feast trying to get onto Malfurion. Down goes Malfurion. Power Slide trying to get onto Kickass. Kickass. Ooh, there's a good turnaround. But the Discord Strike. R1E has Big Beard low. Big Beard going to get pulled out, though, by the Anduin ult. By the way, we do see push forward. We also see Anduin going with self-heal. Holy Nova going to be the pick. Holy Nova, you've been gone too long in the midnight sun. Okay, and Big Beard finally going to get this turn in. And now it's on R1E. They've taken a punch. They've done the rope-a-dope. They've leaned into the ropes, they've taken their licks. Now is the time that they're gonna have to get value off this turn-in. Not this one. This one they can afford to just burn as, like, let's push out the lane, let's try to equalize soak, let's try to get 20 while they're defending this. They can afford to give this one. Then they have to turn. And they have to, and by the way, Velvet can be the solo turn next time. Then they have to turn, and on the second turn, they're gonna have to get value. But if any of those things fall through, it's going to be hard to catch up. This, by the way, reminds me of a match. Entomb, once again, no real follow-up potential. Ooh, Leoric needs to not lose those gems. Oh, boy. ETC going to step up. Needs to be careful, though. There's the stun. He's going to get the Warlord's Challenge, and I think this could be the beginning of the end for R1E if they're not careful. Stage dive going to be used to get out. Zad going to go down, but Zad only had 1 gem. This is much more tolerable. They need to walk away. No, Zad going to call GG there. But the game could end. Level 20's here. It's going to take a pretty epic defense. Are we going to see a hard push to end? No, it looks like they're going to defend. I want to see Velvet getting on to a shrine, ready to turn. Those 86 gems, that is a turn. You're not going to get value off the second turn in now. But you need this turn just to try to equalize. Famous, though, looking for the scouting, looking for the disruption. They know they need to clear the spiders and get ready to defend. This fight's going to be over bottom, and right now it's 4v5, so I want to see Roll1Esports just retreat. There's no turn-in on the side of Uncomfortably Numb. You can retreat for a minute. You can regroup. You can get Maiev back up. You can get level 20. I don't want to see them taking this camp. This is the obvious play. It's going to get red. Here comes Jaina stepping up. No Ring of Frost at the moment, but there is a deadly charge from Alarak. He hasn't warmed up. He hasn't primed. Not going to use it yet. Bruiser can't picked up here. Level 20s. They're going to bully you. Again, like, if Roll1Esports turns this around, this is the longest rope-a-dope I've ever seen. But it just seems like every time they get something, it gets turned around on them. And if they don't win it, if they don't lose a trade, it's because they're just evening a trade. Boss has started here. They have the level 20, in fact level 21, so hashtag scaling. But this has been baited. Gotta be careful now. You don't want this fight if you're Roll 1. And you gotta know they're looking for this fight at this point. You need that level 20. Don't blow any ults until level 20. Big Beard, gonna walk away. That's good. There's soak mid. You can pick up this soak mid. You just need to get level 20 at this point in the game. But as soon as I get pushed off, immediately we're seeing the push back into the boss. And the problem is, if this boss comes up post 20, this could end the game. And right now, I don't see Orphea going for the turn. We are seeing ETC push onto the point. He's going to have to just go into it. And I don't think he's going to get there in time. The boss is channeled. This is kind of the last chance. You have to win this fight, but ETC going to get killed by the Twilight Dream. Eternal Feast only goes off after 1. There's the Ring of Frost, catching 2 on the route. Deadly Charge coming in. Tracer does go down there. Velvet is still alive for the time being, but there it is. There's all the hard work from Roll1Esports disappearing. And yeah, they had a hard time getting that turn in. They had a hard time kind of getting a kill and then just getting away from it. And, you know, you got to give credit to Uncomfortably Numb. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't like Roll1Esports wasn't trying to turn. It's just Uncomfortably Numb did a great job playing the macro here, and they managed to keep Roll1Esports from getting the snowball rolling back the other direction. And you got to give them credit. Uncomfortably Numb, you know, they came back from a rough game too, and they're going to take this series with a 2-1 victory. And boy, in this series, it really came down to who picked the map, because whoever picked the map won all 3 games. Roll1Esports, really good showing. You got to think of what could have been if they have Big Beard in game number 1, but at the same time, like, that was such a stomp. I don't think it could have necessarily made a difference. You know, rough game there for Zad, unfortunately, but they're a good team. They'll bounce back. You know, they're still going to get a point out of this. And Uncomfortably Numb, though, is going to walk away with 2, and that's their first 2 points of the season. First 2 wins of the season. We're going to see if we can get a post-game with them. We'll be right back. Stay tuned here to the Nexus Gaming Series. All right, well, welcome back here to the Nexus Gaming Series, everyone. I am joined by Famous, and actually I need to fix the sound settings again. One second.
No worries.
There we go. Can you speak for me real quick?
Yes,
Perfect,
hello.
you're good. All right, so I am joined from the victorious Uncomfortably Numb by the Captain Famous. Famous, how are you feeling after that series?
Well, I was crapping my pants for a lot of it, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a fun series. I was worried after match 1. You know, realistically, I was worried that we were heading towards a stomp. You guys were very dominant in match 1. What do you think worked for you there?
I think Diablo is really, really strong into Nubarak as just a drafting component.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the Nubarak dives in, you can kind of just isolate him with the Shadow Charge and the Wallbang. And then Junkrat was really impactful as well, just for the macro side of it, and then good damage overall.
Yeah, we definitely saw the respect bands after that in the match. walk me through. So you guys kind of dominate match 1. Do you think you maybe underestimated the team in match 2, or do you think that it was just their play?
I think they played pretty well. We were on the back foot for most of it. I think I made a couple drafting errors. Like we didn't have enough range auto attack pressure in the early game to kind of win the 4v4. We got bullied pretty hard there. So they got the rotational advantage, and that kind of just snowballed from there. And I don't think I played super awesome on the Nuberek. So.
All right. So something I want to point out as well in map 2, and I just feel free to say like I don't want to reveal that for our team, but we saw Pilot of the Earth healing map 1 and 3. We saw him jump onto Maev map 2, and we saw I believe it was Kiknaz jumping onto Rhaegar. Is it that you don't have like a support main, or is it just that's kind of a flex of we want Pilot of the Earth on Maev when we can get it?
Kind of all of the above.
Fair
he really likes Maev, so when that's available, that's something I'm gonna draft for him. But he's really good on support. But actually, one of the guys who's not here tonight is supposed to be our regular support. So yeah.
So map 2, you guys were actually on the back foot quite a long time. Roll1Esports tries to roll up onto your core. We got level 20s, neener. You guys managed to fight him back. You get some kills. And for a moment, you kind of get some momentum. Where do you guys think you lost that momentum?
I think if you actually watch the last, like the fight where we lost underneath what would have been their fort, I think it was like a 4v4 because they got a pick on Blaze mid lane. I can't remember
all the details. I'm admittedly tired.
I was just like, we need to take a 4v5 fight right now, and then we blew somebody up, and then it kind of stalled into like a long, nice fight, and I missed an E at the end that was kind of just exposing myself, and that's kind of what turned it, I think. Well, on a Nuberek.
All right, so with that, you guys went into map 3. You had the choice of first pick or map pick, and you guys chose map pick. You chose to take it to Tomb. Is that comfort for you guys, or do you think you scouted out something that they might be weaker at, or was it just like whatever? What was the rationale behind that choice?
I like pretty much it's whatever, but I actually think usually second pick is a little bit underrated by teams because last pick in a draft is really impactful, especially for the offlaner. So you get the win of the matchup. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't too much. I wanted to play on Tomb, so
yeah. So on Tomb, you guys managed to get the first 3 turn-ins of the match, and there were only 4 turn-ins total. What do you? How do you approach defending turn-ins? Because you managed to prevent R1E from getting 2 gems in for a long time, and then from there, Velvet, had a solo turn-in, and all they needed to do was try to get 4 to zone and get Velvet. You guys managed to stay vigilant, keep an eye on where R1E was. Like, what do you attribute that to?
Well, we snowballed pretty hard, so that helps. But I think map pressure is really important. Like we had mercenary camps pushing different lanes, or we had catapults building up on the side lanes to force them back, and then we had talent tier advantage pretty often. So they didn't really want to engage on us till they had the chance, and then I was kind of just looking for somebody who stepped a little bit out of position to collapse on. That's it.
All right. Well, with that, the floor is yours for shoutouts.
Yeah, shout out to Uncomfortably Numb and everyone watching, a couple friends watching, and to Click Esports, which is where 4 of us are playing right now. It's a PC bar in Ottawa, so if anyone's ever in Ottawa, check it out. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice. All right, so you guys actually can like point at each other and be like, "Hey, you, fucking play better," right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, with that, thank you again for letting me cast this. Thank you for giving me just a great match. It was really fun to cast, especially maps 2 and 3. Yeah. With that, everyone, thanks for watching. I'm DB Smiley.
Before you sign out, I just want to thank you as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, always appreciate the casting and particularly yours. I enjoy it. So
thank you very much.
To watch the replay. So.
I'm honored by that. Well, with that, we are finishing up here. That was a double-header series, so I casted 5 games tonight. I am admittedly getting a tidbit sleepy, so I'm going to pop on over to Dreamland. But before I do, thank you for watching. You can follow me here, twitch.tv/dbsmiley. I want to thank both teams for letting me cast. I want to thank Nexus Gaming Series for continuing to let me cast. I've been having a lot of fun this season. I always like to do a doubleheader whenever I get the chance. Mondays and Wednesdays are working out for me for that. As yet, I don't have a cast Wednesday, but I do have a cast tomorrow at 8 p.m. So you can check it out at here, twitch.tv/It's Duratan's Couch versus, I believe it's Winky Face. So that'll be a really good match. Duratan's Couch really been a team on the up and up, but so has Winky Face been. I think it's going to be one of the most competitive matches in B East. I think it could very much have a huge say in who ultimately wins that division. Sorry, that the C East actually, or is it B East? I can't recall. I don't have it in front of me at the moment. But with that, thanks for watching. Check out nexusgamingseries.org if you're interested in getting involved in this crazy little experiment. And I cut through a cast without dropping frames. So I will see everyone next time on the Nexus Gaming Series. Thanks for watching. Take care.